Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining us today for another collaboration from Pouring Coast to Coast. And today's challenge was set by my very talented friend Amber, and she challenged us with earth or fire or both. So I decided to do both. Now I'm starting this video off with a little bit of color correction. Just wanted to show you guys what I do when I have leftover drips that aren't necessarily a color I want to use. So you can see this is kind of a pink color. So what I'm doing is I'm pouring some of it aside and I'm adding a bunch of burnt umber to it. Now, I really like burnt umber for this application because it has a warm undertone, and browns tend to fall into one category or the other. They'll either have a warm undertone or a cool undertone, and the cool undertone a lot of times will be almost a greenish undertone, which probably wouldn't make as nice of a color with added to this pink. So I'm adding a good amount of this burnt umber, and you can see it ends up being just a wonderful kind of warm, chocolatey, sparkly brown. And because I added so much paint to that, I'm also just adding a little more Floetrol. Now, after I get that all mixed up, then I'm gonna strain it because like I said, this was drips. I wanna make sure I don't have any chunks and lumps and all of that. So this is that really pretty burnt umber color that I made. Need to thin that down just a little bit still. I have pale gold from Modern Masters. I have emerald green from Extreme Sheen. From BakerModern.art, I have, what's that? Hauser medium green. This is some 24 karat gold from Extreme Sheen. Not sure if I'm going to use that or not. It gets real bossy. I have violet mixed with copper here. I have folk art fire opal. I have, I believe this is scarlet from Modern Masters or Rust-Oleum. Mixed it up a while ago. Extreme Sheen copper. And then these are some drips that I've saved from past pours. I need to thin that down a little bit too. This is the thickness I'm looking for. So leaves a trace, but disappears fairly quickly. So the first part of this are just going to be some flip cups, and I'm using my nice red colors because I'm going for kind of a fiery effect. So reds, a little bit of violet, the golds, and that's going to give me a really beautiful fiery sunset sort of scene. And what you'll see me do in a little bit is I originally was going to do a grassy area underneath. I wasn't liking how that green area was showing up, so I decided to scrape that off and just do the whole thing as a fiery sunset. And then after this dries, then I'm going to be adding the earth portion, which I'm going to do with Collage.
About to leave, already packing, come with me, I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know, about to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions, we'll get away, this is what we waited for. not looking back. Eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde. A classic cliche, we're on the run. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss now. I'm done living life with the lights up, done with my own doubts.
So now I'm really happy with how this is turning out. What you're going to see me do in a second is I wanted to show you guys the color I got when I scraped up these drips and pour off. It's easy to think that if you have green and red on your table, it's not going to end up with anything pretty. It's going to be muddy, or it would be tempting to just pick that paper up, throw the whole thing away, and not even bother with saving it. But this ended up being a really pretty color, and I'm going to be able to easily add a little bit of color correction to that to make a beautiful base color for a future pour. And I also wanted to let you guys know that if you want to learn this technique from me in person, I will be teaching at the Fluid Art Boutique in Washington, D.C. at the beginning of August. I'll put all the information in the description below. I'll be teaching a class I call Fluid Fusion, which is exactly this, fluid art meets collage. And I'll also be teaching three-dimensional resin geodes. So I hope to see you in DC in person. Okay, so here we are with the dried piece. I'm really happy with how this dried. I love this little gold section here. For some reason, that lacing ended up really pretty. So I've decided that this is going to be the top of my sky. And then I'm going to build my mountain range kind of in this area. I have a bunch of papers here. So I have mostly papers that I've made. These are all using different type of techniques, jelly printing, as well as mark making. I've got some watercolor paper here that I've used. These were made with inks, so lots of handmade papers here. And then I also have some papers that I purchased through Kozo Studios. So, yeah. I am going to spray the back of my canvas really good, make sure it's nice and tight. And my glue is Gloss Super Heavy Gel. You can use any brand of this. This is just what I have on hand. And then I have a couple of silicone brushes. And I really, really like these for gluing pieces down for collage. Here again, I'm going to be fast forwarding through a lot of this because this does take quite a while. I'm cutting a lot out, I'm fast forwarding a lot. So I really like to just kind of play with papers for a while, see what's really calling to me when I put it next to the painting, and also what looks good together. And I'm really wanting contrast between the layers here when I do this sort of abstract landscape with my collage papers.
There was something we were fighting about. Can't remember it, can't recall at all. Something about my mind, something wasn't right, something about me. You always win, you always get away. No matter how much pain you cause, I stay. I'm always left behind, lonely in the night. It's so dark, can't see the light. But babe, I got a lonely heart, and I don't wanna be apart. I just wanna be with you. I always wanna be with you, my love. Babe, I got a lonely heart, and I don't wanna be apart. I just wanna be with you, my love. Oh, oh, oh. You, my love. You, my love. You, my love. You, my love. There was something you were screaming about, but I closed my ears, cause I don't wanna hear it anymore. God, it's always something about me. Never something about you, always something about me, only me. What's up with that? What's up with that? Have you ever asked yourself, what's up with that? Oh baby, why won't you take a good look at yourself and stop blaming me? When I just wanna be with you. You, my love. You, my love. You, my love. You, my love. Babe, I got a lonely heart, and I don't wanna be apart. I just wanna be with you. I always wanna be with you, my love. Babe, I got a lonely heart, and I don't wanna be apart. I just wanna be with you, my love. Oh, oh, oh.
Okay, here we are with the final walkthrough. I'm really loving this. I love the different papers that I used for the mountains, and this beautiful fiery sunrise or sunset I think is stunning. Now I haven't fixed it into the frame yet, but I just wanted to show you guys how that will look, which I am really, really happy with. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.